Here's a new release from Venezianico. This is a titanium diver. It is grade 2 titanium. And I have to say, from this brand, it seems like they're being extremely prolific. They are putting out so many different models and different versions of those models that it's actually pretty fun to watch because it's always fresh. This one's actually in the pre-order phase right now, a snapshot in time, depending on when you watch this video. Price point just over the $1,000 mark, and they sent over full kit for me. They sent it over with the FKM rubber strap hybrid with canvas on top, as well as this extremely lightweight elastic hook type strap that would be extremely comfortable on this watch. It's already really comfortable on this strap, and I'm just gonna leave it on this one. It's not too hard to put these on, but you gotta take the spring bars off, put it on, put the spring bars on, and I just like the simplicity of this. Plus I get to see that really nice looking case back. So let's dig into the size. I've videoed these not dive watches before from them, but in the stainless steel variant. So this one is the same dimensions as far as I know. It is 42 millimeter. The lug to lug is a 49. The thickness, or rather thinness, is only 12.5. So flat sapphire crystal up top, keeping this thing slim and trim. The lug opening, 22 millimeter. And then you have a 6.9 millimeter signed screw down crown, keeping the 300 meter water depth rating on this thing. And in this configuration, it weighs only 90 grams. So titanium hyperallergenic, I'm not saying that right. Yeah, if you have any sort of allergies towards a lot of alloys, typically titanium will get a pass. That's the word I'm trying to use. The movement inside is actually the Sellita SW200. It is a three-handed with date. It's a very good, robust movement, and keeping a thin profile helps the watch keep a thin profile. 120 click bezel, which for a titanium watch, this is up there. This is actually a really good sounding and feeling bezel action. I've handled many titanium watches and with the bezels not sounding as good. This one still has a little bit of settling in. It's not really a play, because like when you have it here and you try to move it, there's no play. But it does have to like settle into position. We'll take a closer look at that case back, and then of course we'll show the front side a little bit more. Very well done. Nice finishing. For grade 2, usually grade 5 is where you'll see better finishing. So they actually were able to perform really nice brushing and polishing on a grade 2 material. And then you have a fully lumed titanium bezel insert as well. And then you have a gradient blue dial with applied markers and a semi-skeletonized handset. Of course, date at the 3 o'clock position. And if you look at those applied markers, that's a little misleading. They're actually applied to the chapter ring. I pointed this out in a previous video I did, which is pretty slick because it almost gives them, when you look close, it gives them like a little bit of a diving board effect. They're hovering over that dial. And I think one of the benefits or the reasons that they probably do that is because they're also known for using some special materials for their dial. And, drilling or handling those special materials, you're going to have a higher failure rate. So this does two things. One, aesthetically, it looks great. Everything lines up. And two, it gives them the freedom to experiment more with different crazy dials. Because I think they have an aventurine dial even for this particular model, and who knows what they'll do in the future. Let's pop it on my 7 1/4 inch wrist so you can see what that looks like. Like I said, it's super comfortable. I'm a huge fan of titanium watches. The strap will probably form a little bit, but there it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. It's basically the size I prefer in watches, like 42 by 50. This one's 42 by 49. For a dive watch, that's pretty much my preference. That's pretty much, I could easily go down to a 40 or 41 with like a 47, 46, even lug to lug. But if I had to pick one particular size that is universally like I'm good with on dive watches, it's usually 42 by 50. So I'm very happy with the size, and it's really great that they include, well, I don't know if they included it or if you have to buy it up separately, but This is a high quality. It's stitched nice. It has nice hardware. It seems to be, I think it's titanium because it's extremely light as well. So if you've never tried one of these straps like this, give them a try. There's a few different brands out there. Even if you don't pick up a Venezianico, I'm telling you, just pick one of these up. Same kind of goes for these hybrid straps or even FKM rubber. If you haven't tried them, try them. There's a reason why some of these brands like Venezianico, they're including or doing straps like this. It's not because they could have, they could have easily went with a cheaper option. These are not cheap options. These are the correct options for this watch. I mean, look at the blue on that and look at the blue on the dial. I mean, the color matches perfect. The comfortability of the straps match the titanium comfort. Everything is just kind of cohesive. Let's give it a quick blast of the UV light. Let's turn off the studio lights and we'll check out the lume on this thing. Should be a pretty healthy application of BGW9. We have all the blue tones. So of course we're going to go with a more white in the bright light, which means that typically is going to glow blue, which this one does, BGW9 lume. So healthy application. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next vid.